The ocean was silent, endless, unforgiving. Beyond the horizon lay a world unknown to Europe, a world that existed only in imagination. Maps were filled with monsters, and royal courts whispered legends of lands no one had ever seen. Sailors believed the sea had no end. Ships vanished and never returned. Yet, in the darkness of the 15th century, a dangerous idea began to grow. What if the world was larger than anyone believed? Driven by fear, by faith, and by ambition, European nations prepared to cross waters they did not understand. What followed would not only change maps, it would change humanity forever. This is the story of European exploration and colonization. In the late 15th century, Europe was struggling economically. Trade routes connecting Europe to Asia were controlled by the Ottoman Empire, making spices, silk, and luxury goods extremely expensive. Pepper was valued like gold. Kings and merchants understood one simple truth: whoever controlled trade, controlled power. Europe needed a new path, one that did not depend on land routes ruled by rivals. The answer lay in the sea. European exploration was driven by powerful motives. The desire for wealth pushed nations to search for gold, silver, and raw materials. Political rivalry encouraged rulers to expand their empires and dominate the world stage. Religious belief inspired missionaries to spread Christianity across unknown lands, while a spirit of adventure drove explorers to risk their lives for fame, honor, and legacy. But ambition alone was not enough. Exploration became possible only because of new technology. The magnetic compass allowed sailors to navigate direction. The astrolabe helped determine position by reading the stars, and stronger, faster ships, especially the caravel, were built to survive long ocean voyages. Improved maps and navigation knowledge slowly reduced the fear of the unknown seas. Portugal became the pioneer of European exploration. Supported by Prince Henry the Navigator, Portuguese sailors explored the western coast of Africa step by step. Each voyage was dangerous and slow, but every expedition expanded Europe's understanding of the world. In 1498, Vasco da Gama reached India by sailing around Africa. For the first time, Europe had a direct sea route to Asia. Global trade was transformed, and history took a new direction. In 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed west under the Spanish crown, believing that crossing the Atlantic would lead him to Asia. After weeks at sea, he reached land, not Asia, but the Caribbean. Although Columbus believed he had reached India, his voyage introduced Europe to a completely unknown continent, the Americas. Following Columbus, explorers spread across the globe. John Cabot explored parts of North America for England, Jacques Cartier claimed lands along the St. Lawrence River for France, and Amerigo Vespucci realized these lands were not Asia, but an entirely new continent, later named America in his honor. Ferdinand Magellan's expedition became the first to circumnavigate the Earth, proving the world was far larger and more connected than ever imagined. Exploration soon turned into colonization. European powers claimed foreign lands, built settlements, and established control over indigenous populations. Spain and Portugal created vast empires in the Americas, extracting gold and silver, while England, France, and the Netherlands followed, competing for land, resources, and influence. Colonies existed to serve Europe, not the people who lived there. For indigenous peoples, colonization was devastating. European diseases spread rapidly, killing millions with no natural immunity. Forced labor systems exploited native populations, land was seized, cultures were suppressed, and ancient languages and traditions were destroyed. Entire civilizations collapsed under European domination. One of the most significant outcomes of this era was the Columbian Exchange. Plants, animals, and goods moved between the Old World and the New World for the first time. Potatoes, maize, tomatoes, and cocoa transformed European diets, while wheat, sugarcane, horses, and cattle reshaped life in the Americas. But along with these exchanges came deadly diseases, causing massive population loss. As colonies expanded, European nations demanded more labor, leading to the transatlantic slave trade. Millions of Africans were forcibly taken from their homes and transported across the Atlantic under brutal conditions. The triangular trade connected Europe, Africa, and the Americas, generating immense wealth for European powers and unimaginable suffering for others. In the long term, European exploration and colonization reshaped the modern world. It encouraged global trade, scientific discovery, and cultural exchange, while also creating systems of exploitation, racial inequality, and economic imbalance that continue to affect societies today. European exploration opened the world, but at a terrible cost. Connected continents, built empires, and transformed history forever. Understanding this past is essential not only to know how the modern world was formed, but to ensure that the future is guided by justice, awareness, and humanity.